we have another brand new deck that came to us with Fusion Strike, but I'm always a little bit skeptical of these kind of gimmicky decks. Hey everybody, Nick from 9Card TCG, and today we're going to be looking at Greedent Vmax, which is a really weird, interesting card, but this list is brought to us by Little Dark Fury, so if you want to see the full video or his video, go check it out, link in the video description. I'm always a little unsure of these kind of things, but I guess we should take a look at the deck list before we, go any further. My mouse died literally like right now, so I have to use the trackpad on my laptop, which is just so annoying. But anyway, we are looking at Greedent V. This is the Shining Fates Greedent. We do have two of them, mostly because Crunch is the alright attack. We can get rid of an energy from our opponent's active Pokemon, and Stumbling Press is something that we would never want to use because, well, it's a pretty bad attack. But we also have the Greedent V from Fusion Strike, 210 HP, Body Slam again, not a terrible attack. I mean, 2 energy is kind of a lot. And then Nom 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 Incisors, last resort attack. We really shouldn't be using Greedent V. It is weak to fighting, and you'll see that the same thing is true for Greedent V Max, which means single strike decks and also rapid strike decks can be problematic. Greedent V Max is really our main star, if you will, and we have the Turn a Profit attack for 2 colorless energies that does 30 damage. But if you knock out your opponent's active Pokemon with this attack, you take 2 extra prizes, which means you just need to take out 2 Sobbles or 2 Houndours or 2 Remoraid's or whatever, and you win the game. Now, you do also have the Max Gimme Gimme attack, which is 3 energies, does 160, and you get to draw 3 cards. So, not a bad attack for softening up maybe a V and then using some quick shooting and then hitting it with Turn a Profit to take 4 prize cards with a single. I'm sorry. Yeah, 4 prize cards with a single V Pokemon being knocked out. That's pretty insane. But again, it's kind of gimmicky and it's going to take a little bit of work. So how are we going to make this happen? Well, of course, we have our Inteleons with the quick shooting to help soften up things that we might want to take a knockout on. We are running Suicune V because, again, it's just a good backup attacker, and we can set it up really quickly with a Melanie and just an attachment from the hand. So not a bad attacker, plus Fleet-Footed is a great ability to help us draw some cards. The rest of the deck is kind of geared towards helping us, and the thing I want to point out first is Spongy Gloves, which means attacks from the Pokemon that this card is attached to do 30 more damage to water Pokemon. So let's take that into consideration. We have a Sobble here, 60 HP Sobble. It's the more commonly used Sobble, and Inteleon lines and Sobble in general are used in a lot of decks. So Turn a Profit here does 30 damage, but if we have Spongy Gloves attached to it, well, now it's doing 60 damage, which means we can just attach and Melanie to our Greedent VMAX and take 3 prizes on a Sobble with just a single attack. No quick shootings needed. We only have 1 copy, so a Tool Scrapper or a Tool Jammer will kind of ruin our day. But again, with these quick shootings, we can still soften things up really, really easily. We also have a copy of Toy Catcher, and this is to get a Pokemon with 50 HP or less into the active spot. So if we've softened something up enough, we can get it down to 50 HP. It's on the bench. Well, now we just use Toy Catcher and we can bring it into the active, quick shooting it, and then hit it with with Turn a Profit and take a bunch of prizes. The rest of the deck is very, very similar to what you would see in any other deck that uses water energies. We do have capture energies because we're a colorless Pokemon primarily, so we can use this to set up other Greedents and Sobbles and Suicunes, whatever. Powerful colorful energy or colorless energy. It can't be colorful if it's colorless. Powerful colorless energy, it's going to do 20 more damage. So we're going to be able to take knockouts on things just a little bit easier. So now that Turn a Profit attack now does 50 damage if we have 1 of these attached instead of just 30. So just an easy way to bump up the numbers. Obviously, we're going to run all of our Pokemon search, including our Evolution Incense, Level Balls, Quick Balls. We have Echoing Horn. Maybe our opponent's they wise up and say, I can't keep benching Sobbles or Houndours because they're going to get knocked out. Well, we don't care. We're just going to play Echoing Horn and put it back on the bench for them. We do run 2 of these, and it's not a bad card to pick up with Drizzile if needed. You also have Capacious Buckets to help you find those water energies, Melanies to attach them, Marnie, Research, and Raihan for draw power, and that's pretty much the entire deck. So I'm not expecting a ton, but it's one of those highlight reel moments where it's like you hit something and you take all those prizes, and it feels really good when you finally get to it. But I guess let's go find out how easy it actually is to do. We have our Bidoof deck box and sleeves because this is just a joke deck. I don't expect anyone to be performing well with this into a tournament. We are going second, which is unfortunate. But if you have a second and you want to hit the subscribe button and maybe turn on the bell notification so you never miss another video, that's the kind of stuff that helps the channel grow tremendously. So here we are starting with a powerful colorless energy. Suicune, not a bad start. We're playing a Mew deck, which is not a good deck for this. Why? Because most of the Pokemon on their bench are going to be things like Genesect and Mew and things that have just a lot of health. And so, oh, they're playing a Dreepy though. So now we have a target. It's interesting. It's very interesting. So, I guess let's, before we do anything, let's Fleetfoot, see what we can draw. Because I don't want to attach. And wow, that's, we are going to, I guess, attach and then research, right? Like, I have nothing. We can go ahead and get the water energy into the discard, which is kind of nice. And we'll go ahead and we'll get a Sobble because we have the Drizzile for next turn. And so we'll do that. And unfortunately, that's kind of where we have to end. The Spongy Gloves, because we're not playing a water deck, don't do us any use. So if I needed to discard them with a Quick Ball or something, that's not a problem. But I wanted to get the water energy in the discard so that I can use Melanie when I finally do get one. And here they are going to attack. I mean, they used the Power Tablet, so maybe they won't attack. I have no idea. I mean, the most they can do at the moment is 30 damage. It'll do 60 damage. And they can bring it back onto the bench. That's really, really annoying. So yeah, we'll take just a lot of damage here. Yes, we're gonna get a Melanie, so we can start setting up our other Suicune here. You can get down that Greedent V. Man, I really wish we had Escape Rope, but we can Fleetfoot. Maybe I can draw into like an Air Balloon. We don't have Air Balloons in this, do we? So I guess the best I can do is just Blizzard Rondo this for 100 damage. It's not ideal, but they're going to go ahead and Evolution Incense. What are the odds that they don't have it? I mean, come on. Dragapult, Fusion Strike, Attack. It's not going to do a ton of damage, honestly. Unless that's like a Research in their hand. I wouldn't mind a I mean, I definitely don't want to get Marnied, but, you know, we'll see what happens. And they do have the Research, so our hand's going to stay. Of course, they have the Evolution Incense and a Research. Like, of course. So they're going to Speed Attack. Take the KO. Man, it's not what you want to see, let me tell you. We'll go ahead. We'll capture. We'll get a Sobble. We'll evolve into the Vmax because why not? Let's go ahead and Incense. We prized our Shady Dealings in Teleon. So this is going to do 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 Wow. We are only doing 120 damage. Can we please draw a basic Pokemon? No, we can't. So, that's sad. Speed attack does 120. I don't know why it did 150. Oh, there's the power tablets. Man, this is crazy. Yeah. So, this is like, not going great, let me tell you. Of course, we're having, I think, a pretty rough start here, but I don't know. That's the thing with these kind of gimmick decks. They don't do the things that a normal good competitive deck is gonna do. We do have a Melanie that's very nice, and we get the powerful colorless energy, so we can go ahead and hit with our max Greedent here. And we'll be able to take the knockout because the powerful colorless energy is going to get us to 50 damage. So that kind of works. I mean, we didn't really need it, but we'll go here. We'll Melanie. Draw some. What do you? We have a boss's orders. So. Yeah, we'll just continue to go there. And we'll just hit with Turn of Profit. I'm going to take 40 damage from it. But they're not going to be able to knock us out this next turn, so... And we have the boss's orders. We got an Inteleon. It has to be a basic Pokemon this entire time. I didn't even... Has to be a basic Pokemon? This is like so bad. Oh god, that's like terrible. I mean, we can go ahead and hit them with Max Gimme Gimme to at least whatever. We'll just get it out of the deck so that we can at least like have something to do. This is I mean, they can win next turn. So we'll just go ahead. Let's get a quick ball. We have no basics. Well, Melanie, to you. Alright. And we can just max Gimme Gimme. We'll take the knockout. But man, we do lose. We do lose. This is... I did not read that card all the way, let me tell you. I mean, we lose if they have the Dragapult. If they don't... Right? Maybe, because then we can put 40 damage on here and then boss it up. We don't have the boss, but they have the evolution incense though, so we do lose. But you know, now that we have 4 prizes remaining, we could have knocked out that Genesect and won, I guess. but we don't even have the boss to do it, so, you know, doesn't really matter too much. So really, we are looking to just attack Sobbles. You don't have to keep doing stuff. You can just attack. But yeah, so really just looking to attack Sobbles, maybe Houndours. Man, let's go into game 2. Maybe I'll have a better plan now that I know what this card actually does. I did not realize it was just for basic Pokemon. We really want to go first. Of course we don't, because that would make things too easy. Why would we want to go first? You only have statistically a 12% chance, higher chance of winning if you go first. But we have a slightly better hand here, right? We can start Greedent, right? Because the odds of our opponent starting something like a Sobble aren't that bad, if we're being honest. Starting a Metacham, and it is a fighting type, which means their Smash Uppercut is going to... It's not affected by resistance. Okay. So we do get knocked out by this thing, but like not in one shot, which I guess is fun. And they could just attach a Rapid Strike Energy. We'll have 10 HP left. That's the benefit of the Fusion Strike Greedent, is that we have 210. So Smash Uppercut, and they don't go with the Rapid Strike. I'm just going to hit Yoga Loop. And they're going to put 2 damage. Now, 2 damage counters, it's not the same as doing 20 damage. Just to keep that in mind. I guess. We'll just hit it for 30. That's all I mean, for 50, that's all I can really do right now. They don't have any other Pokemon, so like if I can knock this thing out next turn with Max Gimme Gimme, I absolutely will. And that'll be like the cheesiest way to win this game. But I have no other draw. I have no other basic Pokemon. Like I have the Suicune, so if I do get put into a position where Suicune gets put into the active, like Escape Rope or a boss or something, I do have the energy to attach and I can Fleet Foot. There's the Rapid Strike, which is not a good thing. Rapid Strike is never a good thing. Just because Gale Thrust is going to do 300 damage. 100 Furious Blows, even if they want to keep it as a V, is going to do 300 damage. So, not ideal. They're going to put that into the active. They could attach an energy, hit me for 60, but then their Metacham will get knocked out with Max Gimme Gimme. So I'm not sure what they're going to do. They might just attach and pass. They're going to Escape Rope me. See, that's the kind of thing I'm like afraid of with this deck. Without having any switch out options, like what do I do? I keep going to grab my mouse, but it's dead. I had to take the batteries out. And I keep grabbing it thinking it's going to do something. So they can go ahead and put another 20 damage counters. Or 20 damage counters would be insane. They're going to put 2 damage counters on something, but... really old. Oh, they're just going to pass. They're not even going to put the 2 damage counters. Before I attach an energy, let's go ahead and Fleet Foot. We get another water energy. That's all I can do. I could thin the deck with an Evolution Incense, but like... This already isn't going to go in my favor, so like, why are we bothering? They could attach an energy, evolve, Gale Thrust, and hit me for, 300. That would be really bad. Or they can, like I said, stay a V. 100 Furious Blows will still do 300 damage to my Greedent Vmax. They're going to Marnie. I do not mind that really at all. One of the things that you should be looking at is what did your opponent play during their last turn? Not just what attack did they use, but did they use any supporters? Did they attach any energies? Did they use any abilities? Things like that. So, nothing off the Marnie. We do have a bucket, so that's fun. So at least we can attack. It'll do not a lot of damage, but we can technically attack. This deck is really failing me, let me tell you. Well, we're in a lot of trouble because they're going to take 2 turns in a row because they're going to quick shooting and put 2 more damage counters on it. I'm going to bucket first to get some water energy out of the deck. And we'll just attach one. We'll Fleet Foot. What is happening? Why can I not find anything? But they are going to take a second turn because of this. So they can just manually retreat, go into the quick shooting, put 2 damage counters with quick shooting, 2 damage counters with Yoga Loop. And then they get a second turn. So this is going poorly. I don't know where all my quick balls are. I don't know where all my level balls are. All the sobbles. I don't understand how this is. There are literally 12 outs to a sobble. If you count the sobbles, quick balls, level balls. 12 of my 60 card deck. I mean, that's nearly a quarter of my deck. And we're almost halfway through and I haven't found a single one. Statistically, not super likely, but here we are, right? I mean, it's happening. You're watching it, I'm living it, and Jerry's sad about it. He's on the floor, just bummed. So now they get a second turn. Obviously, I'm going to send up my other Suicune because why would I not? I mean, I don't even know. Maybe I'll send up the Greedent. They can't. I mean, I guess they can KO it. No, that was stupid. They can KO it. We're losing this match no matter what. So, like, whatever. They're going to Evo Incense. They're going to get the Vmax. Yeah, I know. I know. This game is... I really should just concede this match because there's a 0% chance of me winning. So we're just going to do that. Thanks. And yeah, so far Greedent not treating me well. Let's go into the last match of the video, see if we can do something with Greedent V or Vmax. And so far I'm extremely unimpressed, but again, that's the kind of thing I expect from a deck like this where you're relying on a gimmick. At least Yoga Loop on Metacham fits in to the Rapid Strike archetype. Greedent doesn't fit into anything. It's its own thing. So while, you know, Yoga Loop's a little gimmicky in the sense that there's like 2 damage counters, you get an entire second turn in a row. And also, it's not a... I don't know. It's part of an archetype. It's not its own thing. If it was its own thing, it'd be far different. Looks like we're playing the Celebrations Kyogre deck, which is the kind of thing that maybe Greedent will work well with. We'll go with the 210 damage health. Keep Calling might not be a terrible option. Get like a bunch of Sobbles online, but I'm not gonna do it. We'll get rid of the Toy Catcher. And there we go. So now if the Sobble gets knocked out, which it probably won't because they're going to use the Element Chain first, someone at my locals actually plays this deck. So I have a little bit of familiarity with it, and I can already tell you it's not going to go well. Just because they can do so much spread damage to the bench, so that if I have all these Sobbles on the bench and they just Kyogre hits with its Aqua Storm attack, I mean, that's crazy. Element Chain, you get to look at the top 6 cards of your deck, attach any basic energy cards there to your Pokemon in any way you like, which is crazy. And then Kyogre, discard the top 5 cards of your deck, and you do you choose 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and it does 50 damage for each energy. So to knock out the Sobbles, they just need to find 2 energies, which is absurd. So this deck is loaded with energies. There's also a Volcarona in there for some reason, so that's fun. They must have an energy in the hand, otherwise they wouldn't split up that energy. I guess the best thing to get here is probably a research. I know I could get the Melanie, but I need to see more cards. And the odds of me finding an energy aren't terrible. See? Energy. And, yeah, that's going to be it. Because that's all I can do. So at least now, next one, I can Melanie to the bench. And then attach to the active retreat, start attacking. And I can't... I just kind of have to go with max gimme gimme, because otherwise they're just going to obliterate my bench and take a bunch of prizes. So, not really like my favorite plan, but something I kind of have to do. So I figured they had the energy in hand. This deck tends to not run a lot of draw support. It was like 4, so they're going to do 200 to 2 of my Pokemon. That's stupid. 150, okay. So, yeah, it's not like exactly what I want to see. But we will take a knockout on this Kyogre. We get a level ball. It's not bad. We can attach here. Retreat. Oh, no. We want to not do that. We want a Melanie first. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Escape Rope's not bad. Escape Rope isn't bad. This is why you should have Melanie before attaching, because then at least I could have attached a powerful colorless energy. But let's still manually retreat. I want to save that Escape Rope in case they try to like boss or something. We'll attach. Yeah, we'll get a trainer. Let's get Soaking Wet. Let's get a... I don't really need too much. So we're going to get an Evolution Incense. Because then now we can level ball, I guess, we don't have any more Sobbles. So that's fun. And we just got to start attacking, unfortunately. We're not going to be able to use Max Gimme Gimme here because they're able to just do so much damage. And we'll take 1 prize. We get the Sponge Gloves. Sponge Gloves is huge. Huge prize. Because now, with the powerful colorless energy, we're doing 30, 50, 70, 80, and then with the quick shooting, 90. So we actually can quick shooting our way into 3 prizes and being really, really close. They're going to knock out that Drizzile, though. That's like the huge problem. Yeah. So now they're just 1 prize away from winning, and unfortunately I can't really do too much here. We'll Escape Rope. We'll see what they give me. I'm still only doing 80 damage, unfortunately. 30, 50, and the 30 is 80. So we kind of just have to max gimme get a prize. And I can't bench anything else. Literally cannot bench anything else. Sometimes you gotta hope that they whiff. I mean, they'd have to only hit 1 out of 4 to keep that Drizzile alive, but you know, it's not impossible. It's just statistically not very likely. So here we are. I was kind of hoping they would give the Volcarona, not the Volcarona, the Cragganol. But I mean, Surf is gonna do what, 120 if they have another energy, which now they do because of Sonya. So maybe I shouldn't have, unless they attach to the Volcarona. Then they can't Surf. So now they can't Surf, and Aqua Storm won't do anything. But I guess they can manually retreat into Volcarona and hit me for just a bucket load of damage. I was gonna say something else. So there you have it, Greedent Vmax. Just awful. I mean, like, yes, when you hit those max, the turn of profits, and you take 3 prizes or 4 prizes from a V or something like that, it's like crazy, you go nuts. But how, I mean, it's just not very good. The whole thing is built around a really bad card for the most part. I mean, it's not a bad card, it's just like so gimmicky that it's like, it can work, and the potential's there to like take these 3 prizes on Sobbles and everything, but by the time you actually get it going, your opponent has probably already evolved it into a Drizzile, and then by the time you're ready to knock out the Drizzile, it's an Inteleon. It's just all this kind of stuff, and it's just, I don't think it's really worth it. Again, you want to have fun, you want to meme, you want to troll, go for it. But I mean, I don't really think it's worth putting your money towards. But that's going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this a little informative, a little enjoyable. You like watching me be miserable. That's what I'm here for, I guess. If you did like what you were seeing, hit the subscribe button, bell notification. This way you never miss another video. We are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. And when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we have a first edition variety giveaway that we're going to be doing for a lucky winner. So if you aren't already, subscribe, help us hit that goal even faster, and then you will see what we're giving away. As we get closer, as we get to like the 900-ish mark, I'll announce what we're giving away and all that kind of stuff. But for now, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time.